Evening, Cove.
Hey.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Vinny's Corner. I'm your host, Vinny. We got the crew here. You got my guy Cove. You got my guy Showtime, and you got my guy Caleb here. Evening,
Mhm.
fellas. How we doing?
Good.
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 We were talking about off air just now. We can get everybody's takes now. So yesterday, we'll start with yesterday actually. France, Spain, right? Considered the number 1 and 2, probably
Mhm.
favored teams in the World Cup.
Yep.
Met in the semifinals.
Mhm.
France got their butts kicked.
Definitely.
What did you guys think? Did you guys get to watch that game?
I
I
did.
watched
I did.
both. Yeah.
I turned it on when it was 2-0, so I was like,
That was enough that.
I was like, it's over.
Yeah.
So, what did you guys think? Like, is Spain really like that team? Like, they were talked about like being that team.
Yep.
I think it's for the French team. I would say it's not a disappointment, but
Definitely not.
it's not a disappointment because of all the success that they've had.
Mhm.
But one thing I'll say is Spain just outplayed them. Like it's not a disappointment by France. It's just Spain outplayed them.
Spain outplayed. Definitely. Yep.
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
it's not like France played sloppy. It's just Spain played that much better.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't get any attacks. They could Spain just dominated that game. Period.
Well,
Mhm.
so what the interesting thing is, right? In international play and like in recent years, Spain has dominated.
Yeah.
Spain
Yeah.
has dominated France, but France is the incumbent champion, and
Mhm.
they've got players like Mbappe, and they've got
Mhm.
Dembele who just won
Dembele.
the
Yeah.
the Ballon d'Or recently, and so they have sexier names kind of right now, where like the Spanish teams are
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
growing.
Mhm.
They're younger at this point. That's
I
all.
think
Yep.
the Spanish team, I would say they play more like as a team because they're built on defense.
Yeah,
If you don't,
definitely. Mhm.
if you don't, you can't. You go down on them. You're not coming back. Like period.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. If they have the lead, then they just get into their
They're not
passing
giving it up.
game.
They've given up one goal all
Mhm.
tournament. So
Yep.
Yeah, they're good. They're good on that for sure.
and they
All
keep
right.
the ball. Like they keep possession. So
Well, so what do you? All right, now. So Spain is pretty is a pretty big favorite, right? Or they were, but now we're going into it.
yeah.
And we got Messi, right? So Messi
Mhm.
won the
Yep.
last World Cup, right? Messi and Argentina.
Yep.
France were the 2 World Cups ago,
Mhm.
right? Is that what it was? France was 2 World Cups back, and then the last one was Argentina,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
right? But France made it to both of the last two.
Yep.
Yeah, and so they were trying to make it back to their third finals, which didn't happen.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so England, England was supposed to be, they thought this was their time, right?
Mhm.
It was not meant to be. What do you think is just working for Argentina? Like this wasn't even a Messi game. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
No,
What the thing with
Mhm.
the thing with Argentina is they have a lot of close games where they come back late. Like they're just a dramatic team.
Mhm.
They've had a lot of
um,
late dramatics.
and so like, I mean, now we're at the right. So now we're at the final, and so at the final
Mhm.
point, it's like a little bit different, right? Even though a lot of people would say Spain's maybe a better team, but um, Argentina has the best player on the field.
Yep.
With that being said, now it's winner take all, right? It's one game,
Mm.
anything can
Yep.
happen.
Mhm.
I mean,
So-
Argentina definitely goes in as the favorite because of their experience, I would say.
Yep.
And if there's anything that hurts Spain on Sunday, it's their experience. Like they might feel the pressure too much and not show up.
I'm gonna pull up I'm opening up a betting app right now
Mm.
and see what the line is at.
I
Let's
would
see who the
say
favorite
most
is.
likely Argentina is the favorite.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say by much, but they're probably the favorite.
Definitely a favorite. Yep.
Okay.
Because talent wise, I would say they're better. Just because
Mhm. Talent wise, yeah.
Obviously they have Messi, but they just have a lot of experienced players. While Spain is like a younger team, like on the rise, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
Spain is plus 130. Argentina is plus 240. So Spain is the favorite going into the finals.
What?
Yeah. So, interesting, like and here, listen, I think a lot of people, a lot of the bookmakers, a lot of teams are really high on, they're really high on Spain, actually. So look right here. Interesting. So, okay, boom. This is exactly why they're so high on them. So, because in the Euros, in the Euro Championship, the last couple times in the Euros and in the Nations, they beat France, and France is supposed to be like the team. So they kind of have that track record right now because they did so well in the Euros, then they won the Nations again. That's why they're favored, because all the international stuff that's gone on in between World Cups, Spain has been macking it.
Yep.
So that makes sense.
Mhm.
All right, Cove's like, man, I'm good on this World Cup stuff. Cove's sitting down there, he's
Canada's
like,
done. I don't
dude,
care.
like, dude, like, I don't even care when Canada's playing. I definitely don't care when they're not. Totally fair. So you had a long day today, huh, Cove?
Yeah, that's a long day. Back again 7 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Okay, good. Well, we'll keep you nice and late tonight. Make sure you get no sleep. No problems. All right, we're here for it. We're here for you, brother.
I'll add to it. I worked a 12-hour day, had 6 hours talking to my mother, 6 hours talking to my girlfriend, and 6 hours hearing a child, meaning a legit adult woman, cry because her husband was working with me and she wanted him home.
Okay. So listen, let's get into it. We'll get you out of here as fast as we can so you can get some rest tonight. No problems.
Yeah.
So, well, you know what? Before we jump into the questions, we just had the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby. We're baseball fans, right? We should probably talk about that.
Yep.
So what do you guys think? Let's start out with the Home Run Derby. Showtime, what did you think?
It was the best one in years. I was actually engaged for like the whole thing.
So I 100% agree. I saw somebody online was complaining about the commercials. They were like, it took so long.
Commercials is always gonna be there. That's always gonna be there. You can't complain about that. I'm sorry.
Listen, that for the fact that it was like 3 hours long or whatever it was, that shoot breezed by, and the end of it was so climactic. It was awesome. Like that takes me back to like when Pujols lost. Who did he lose to? This is like 2006. I'm thinking of like a bat off like this, but this was a really good one. This was one of the best, probably the best one, maybe I would say.
And I would say it was like pretty anticipated too, just because of the guys that were in it. They're all really good home run hitters. Like they could hit it far, they could hit it consistently.
I thought they did a good job at leaning into the whole 250th America, doing it in Philadelphia, and it worked perfectly because the Phillies are good. Schwarber and Harper came out to, I thought the Home Run Derby was excellent.
And I love the thing that they did at the middle, the whole the little ceremony thing.
Yeah, and you know what? It felt like also, because of the way that they just did like the 20 swings thing as opposed to like the timed.
Yeah.
It feels like that, so how they talk about how some players, everyone goes to Abreu, right? How some players have messed up their swing or whatever. It feels like not having the timer and just doing the 20 swings and letting them just go through their process naturally. It feels like the guys looked way better. I felt like
they look more relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that that's good for their swing in the long term. So I thought it was awesome. Cove, what'd you think?
Give me a second on that response because NY Sports just hit me up, and all I saw was, "You're white." That's all I saw. It was a chat. I was like, "You're white." I was like, "What?"
No, you're a White Sox fan.
Oh, okay. That's all I saw was "you're white." I'm like, that's all I saw. I was like, "Wait a second, what?" I gotta read this whole comment.
He said he's going to Chicago in a couple of weeks. So talk about how
Yeah.
they'll do in the second half.
Yeah, how they'll do in the second half. Yeah, I mean, I'm on cloud 9 for this year, because we've done better this year than any other year. Like
Well,
5
so
years.
listen, to kind of jump away from the home run derby for a second, let's talk about that. Like, what a team like the White Sox, obviously at this stage in the game, at least in my opinion, they would be buyers, correct?
No,
What do you?
I don't think they're buyers or
I
sellers.
wouldn't say so either. I wouldn't say so either.
No, but okay,
They're not buyers or
so
sellers because
not-
what they have is
Yeah.
working. Why fuck with
Exactly.
the?
No,
Why
and
fuck
that's
with it?
fine. I was looking at it like you're going to be one or the other. And if you're not going to be a seller, you're going to be a buyer. I just knew they weren't going to be sellers. Okay. So they could stay status quo for sure. I like what they
Yeah.
have going on as well.
Yeah.
What
I
about
mean,
pitching?
I don't see anybody really. I don't really see they need anybody. That's the thing. I can see why they wouldn't be sellers, but definitely buyers. Like, who would they buy into? Because
Mhm.
who are they gonna bring in?
I think
They're
the only thing would be pitching for them that would make sense.
yeah, but
I
their
just don't
minor
know who.
system is phenomenal. They got loads of guys to bring up, and they brought up 13 guys this year, and it's worked. So what works in the system right now is bringing somebody up, not trading for somebody.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Chicago, we think is going to stay status quo. Now,
I
I
what's
mean,
your prediction?
if they have some holes they want to fill, they could definitely do that. But they're not gonna go get like a big piece. Like,
No, they're not
yeah.
going to get in the star.
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you got you need like I mean, I don't hate Teal, but Teal's one of the weakest in the bats, right? He's only batting at barely a 200. He's not really he's doing everything else as a catcher, but he's not hitting. I mean, I could see them going after another catcher, maybe.
It feels weird reading this because, and even though it's true, but reading the words garbage AL after the AL just like put it on last night, I'm like, well, poor timing on this comment, but I get it. It's
I
the
mean,
Yankees fan,
it still
so-
stands, but
Yeah. Listen, man, that was extremely unexpected. To jump back onto the All-Star real quick. Just I mean, I felt like the whole event, right? Night 2 was awesome. Also, getting to the 6th inning and looking at and going, wait, the National League has one hit
and it was Juan Soto out of anyone.
of all people,
Juan
right?
Soto.
Didn't they had 3 hits, didn't they?
Yeah,
Ultimately, I think they finished with 3.
Yeah.
But like, right? Juan Soto, this guy got $750 million contract, only gets hits in the All-Star game. What a use! What a use!
But
Now-
Vinny, as you're
now
saying,
every-
I had to pull it off to see who, like, all the names. So I didn't miss anybody. But I mean, so we got Sean Burke, Anthony Kay, Davis Martin, Eric Fetty, Noah Schultz, and Drew Thorpe's on injury. But then we have Newcomb and Sir Anthony Dominguez. Like, I mean, and Tyler Gilbert's on the IL. I mean, so we have a decent pitching squad.
Mm.
But if there's anything to pick at with the White Sox, I would say it's probably right-handed hitters because they struggle sometimes versus lefties.
Yeah,
But
but it is true.
pitching, if
You
anything.
have Thorpe, Legier, Vassell,
Yeah.
Baroa, Gilbert, all out. So we have 5 pitchers on the IL.
For sure.
So it does. But I mean, look at this. Okay, I've seen this before, but I mean, like, you got second and short. Short's pretty solid, but they got 4 guys on their starting rotation in second base, third base, and shortstop. There's
Right.
4 guys. Meanwhile, we only have 2 catchers and 2 first basemen. But we're
I mean,
loaded on second,
if you
third, and
think
short.
there's too many at one position, you either trade that for pitching or a position of need, I would say.
We have 8
I mean,
left
you can never-
fielders.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
So we have 8 left fielders and 4 guys on our DH.
Right. Like there's
Mhm.
there's an excess. So like if you have an excess, you use that for a position of need or pitching, I would say.
But but the thing is you know who everybody's going to be after. You're going to go after Tristan Peters. You're going to go after Braden Montgomery
Right.
or Randall Gritchick. Those are the three guys people will go after. Will we give them up? No. I would love to get rid of Benintendi, even though, and you guys won't get the joke. Benny gets it more, but I do not love Benintendi as much as people think I do as the White Sox. Tommy was the only one that always threw that out there that I love Benintendi.
So real quick, are you guys gonna specifically? Okay, so I'm looking at I'm looking at 3 names that are IL 60.
Yeah.
Austin Hayes, Tanner Murray, and Brooks Baldwin.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys expecting to see any of these guys back this year? Like,
maybe. I mean, we want Baldwin. When
it says 10, it ends up being 60. So 60 tells me it's going to be the rest of the year.
Yeah, but that's why Tristan Peters and a lot of these guys got called up, is because we have so many guys on the IL.
I mean, you've been talking about this farm system forever, so it seems like it's working. Next man up. All right, so next team up, Showtime. What about you guys? What about the Marlins?
They are in the same position as the White Sox, I would say. They're not gonna heavy buy, they're not gonna heavy sell.
Okay, so
they're gonna stick with what's working. They're not gonna heavy sell or buy. I would say
no. It wouldn't make sense to. But if they were going to address a need, what need would they address?
Third base and a end of the rotation pitcher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Third base. The infielder. I'm kind of curious to see what infielders move before the trade deadline.
Now a big one is the Giants' Matt Chapman, but that's if he's healthy.
Yeah. What about and obviously it seems like it settled down quite a bit there, but there was a point where Devers was also really unhappy again.
Devers is hitting well, but the thing is with he's a nutcase, so who's gonna want him?
Well, right. So my point is that they just want him for hitting at this point. They don't want him in the field.
I mean, they play him at first base, but it's like because he's not good at third base. So
I'm just thinking. What I'm thinking is that maybe a team could find a use for him in a playoff run. You know what I mean? Sure, you don't have to re-sign him or extend him, but to pick him up for that,
I mean, but the thing is, he struggled when he first got to San Fran. Would he struggle again if he gets traded? It was an adjustment for him going to San Fran.
It's a good
There's
question.
another thing.
Already.
That's crazy if that's true.
What?
And somebody posted it that said Lionel Messi held a baby in a photo shoot in 2007, and 19 years later, he's playing Messi in the finals.
What the hell?
Oh, I believe it. That's Lamine Yamal.
Yamal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Yamal's 19.
That's real talk.
Yamal's 19. That's not
Soccer's
crazy to say.
like that, man. They start young. They start very young.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
The one thing, it's like I was waiting for see if Showtime or Caleb or you even mentioned it. Do you know what you're missing right now?
What, the SBs?
Yeah.
I don't care about
bro. Who cares for that?
Okay. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you were caring about the SBs.
The reason we started shows like this is because nobody gives a fuck about what they're saying on ESPN, bro.
Exactly.
Okay, but I thought at least you'd be like, "Oh my god, Brunson won Player of the Year."
It's a joke.
Listen, here's what you guys should know. I'll highlight the only thing that I cared about.
Brunson being NBA player.
Terrence Crawford won Fighter of the Year as anticipated.
You didn't give a shit about Brunson winning Player of the Year in the NBA?
Well, yeah, but you
got best athlete, best championship performance, and best NBA player.
I mean, as he should, right? Last year, he proved to be that guy last year, I don't know if he's going to be that guy next year, but we got the one season we needed. That's all that matters. All right. So what about the Mariners? What are your thoughts, Caleb?
We need a bit more pitching. Our pitching been horrible lately, but they're doing fine now. But they started off horrible.
Now, what do you guys think? This is a team that I feel like the Mariners will make a couple of moves to try and like put themselves over again and make sure that they
now,
take first place.
Here, let me say something on the Mariners real quick. Because last year they kind of peaked like at the end of the year, like at a perfect time, and they rode that momentum into the playoffs. I feel like that's something that's gonna happen again. I'm not saying like, you know, they've been flawed, this and that, but it's like you want to get those problems out of the way like earlier in the season, if anything. So
so think about the multiple moves, right? The additions they made in the middle of the season to that roster, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
So it could like they could be like, you know what, this roster is fine as it is, but they might be like, you know what, we did really good with that move last year. What if we try and, you know, and just see what's out there? So like I feel like the Mariners might play the field a little bit. Cove, what do you think?
Maybe. I was just more or less. I was kind of lost for a second because I watched that Kevin Durant was dabbing up our White Sox last night, and I'm like, "Fuck,
Yo,
Durant, don't touch my players."
KD gets a lot of hate, man. I'm more of a fan of his. Like I'm a fan of his on social media specifically. I'm more of a fan of his on social media than basketball.
But he dabbed up Murakami and Christian Peters. I'm like, God damn, don't touch those players. They're our royalty right now. We need them healthy.
So okay, so now send Chucky to the Mariners.
Oh, that's my mom. That's my mother.
Oh my god.
I was like, wait, I'm like, you know, that's interesting that you said that because I'm looking at it and I read it and I'm like, Tokara Jewelry. I feel like somebody just told me about this company for some reason.
Yeah, my mom.
Now I know why. Yeah. Hi, Cove's mom. Hi, Maureen.
Yeah, she doesn't like Chucky. She doesn't like Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge, Chucky? Oh, I get it. I see it now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna have to bring that comment to. I have a friend who's a big Chucky girl, and she's also a Bronx Dominican girl. Like she's a huge Yankees fan too. So I'm gonna ask her about this. She's gonna be dying when I tell her this.
Mom's a hardcore Blue Jay fan, so that's why.
Oh.
So look, here you go. Mariners need to do these. Call up Kate Anderson, trade Luis Castillo.
Yeah.
Trade Luis Castillo, definitely.
What are your thoughts on the Kate Anderson idea?
He's an MLB ready pitcher. That's just in Double-A. That's as easy as said.
And it would be good to like call him up in like August, get him a nice little burn towards the end. If they look like they're trending playoffs, get him some nice burn at the end of the season, and then you might have you might get a Cam Schlittler effect in the playoffs. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of this recently. Like guys just skyrocket through the minors and then call up late, and then they turn into studs.
Well, so okay, here's the trick, and maybe I was thinking about this. Let me know what you guys think about this. It feels to me like because of, and I haven't thought this all the way out, so I'm just putting this idea out there now. Because of the fact that they're keeping pitchers on like these tight rest days, right? Just the way that they're kind of operating pitchers now, right? 100 pitch count, 5-inning type things. The way that they're keeping them just in general, I feel like it's just allowing them to kind of progress them through just more rapid.
Yeah, for sure.
It almost seems like they're dialed into it now where it's like, no, consistently that's it. You're going to do, you know, and it's like, as opposed to like giving them more runway where they could. And like, we're like, sometimes you need that runway, but you get it when you get into the league, you know, and you start really pitching, and then your manager can give you runway when they need it.
I mean, since you asked about all our teams, I'm gonna ask you, Vinny, first before you talk about your Yankees. What's up with Cam being a baby on the weekend because he didn't like John Schneider's like lineup?
I think you said it the best with that term, baby, right? He's a young dude and he's a pitcher, so he's a bit of a diva by default, right?
Yeah.
Pitchers are what pitchers are.
Yeah, but
and
nobody in
he's
the
young,
AL,
so he
nobody
might
else
just
in
be
the AL bitched.
he might be a bit immature, simple as that. Hopefully he'll grow out of that bullshit. Because he's got his upside is, ridiculous.
His upside is huge, but
So
don't bitch about it because the Blue Jays is a manager. It's just whatever.
and again, like we're old heads, so like to us, like look at this whiny baby. But like,
I'd say
he's
we were
a young
coming
guy,
bitch about that too. Like, what's he being their baby about?
you know what I mean? But like, so that's you know what that's probably the easiest way to answer that though to me though. It's just a maturity thing. But yeah, you're right.
I was in and out of it, but like watching it. But did even Cam pitch?
No, because the Yankees decided for him not to pitch.
Ah, okay, that's bad. So he made a stink, and then the Yankees go, "You're not pitching anyway."
No, that's just it was arresting. It's arresting.
Yeah. Listen, it was the right decision. He didn't need to
think
pitch
about it
anyway.
though. Has anybody? I haven't looked because I went to work first thing this morning. How's Cabanero? Like, how's his hand from last night?
Oh, he's fine. X-ray's negative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because that was a fucking that's wild.
Yeah,
that
no,
happened.
that-
Could you imagine if the Rays lost Cabanero like right now?
Yeah, the same thing actually happened last year with Suarez, and Suarez had to leave the game. Like he stayed
Yeah.
in and then he left.
I'm still like, and you know what? Maybe this is just me being a Yankees fan, which is gonna happen. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm like. Is Tampa Bay for the AL East what we saw out of Toronto last year? Is that what we're getting, or are they gonna fall apart down the stretch?
They're fine for as a regular season team. I haven't seen it enough in the playoffs from them though. I have.
And that's kind of, honey. Can you turn the AC on? Oh, okay, thank you. But yeah, so now with regard to the Yankees, I don't really have an answer for anything, right? But I'm gonna answer kind of the way that you guys did because it's sort of truthful. The reality is, based on our lineup and based on our pitching, there isn't anything the Yankees need. The guys just have to like get their shit together as individuals. Like, there's no move for us to go make. Like we have pitching on pitching this season. But like, if we don't have a lineup that can, but you know what? We saw what happened yesterday in the All-Star game, and maybe that was the breakout point, and like the Yankees are coming out swinging out of the All-Star break. We'll see. On Belly's bat. I'm here for it.
Now, do you think Belly should?
Oh, he's riding high. He's riding high on that MVP.
Yeah, you think he should have won it or no? The MVP.
I mean, he did score the first 2 runs.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm not being biased because of this, but Vargas. That was a fucking home run. That was a home run.
That was my next point there.
I mean, Ben
I'm
Rice.
not being biased, he says. You see how I didn't answer the question, or I didn't even respond for Belly because I knew I was going to be biased. You see? And then you answered with full bias. All over the place.
No.
Just had your White Sox hat on when you said
Oh yeah, might as well. But Ben Rice scored too, so why was he in question for it too? Like
I think he was.
Yeah. So it was 2 Yankees scored. Yes. Okay.
It's kind of interesting though, from like a fan perspective, to be in a place and like, yeah, obviously there are things all of our teams need to work on as teams. Nobody's perfect, but to be in a place where like we're having a conversation about our teams and like nobody, like nobody was like a Mets fan just now. You know, like we don't have anyone in that. Like everyone's like, no, actually, like I really don't think my team needs to trade for anybody over the deadline. Like, no, I'm good with my team. You know, like you don't hear that very often from fans.
No, you don't.
So, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. You know,
The only joke I'm gonna say is that was the most eyes open I've ever seen Belly in a while.
Yeah.
You know, and
His eyes were actually open. They weren't. Was like he's just been smoking.
Is Belly a pothead?
Yes.
He looked like a goddamn pothead.
I would say.
He
so.
looks like one.
He looks like a goddamn pothead. He always looks like he's like squinting. Like, dude, like get glasses if you can't see. I don't know what it
I
is.
mean, I feel like that should be like if I think that would, if I'm a team, I would rather you smoke weed than go drink. But that's just me. Maybe that's just
Yeah, but we've been talking about that ever since Belly's been a Dodger. That we were like, is Bellinger high? Like, is he high? Like he's been looking like that for years.
So what do you guys think? Belly show out series against the Dodgers? That would be huge.
It would be.
Don't get embarrassed. Don't get embarrassed versus the Dodgers. I would say.
Yeah.
Like at that point,
Listen,
just don't get embarrassed.
You know, and this is like so. Okay, we were talking about this the other day, Cove, right? And Showtime's like, Showtime throws out at me. I'm like, because our other friend's a Dodgers fan. He's like, you know, we're playing you guys this week. I'm like, I know, we fucking suck. Like we've been getting crushed all around. He's like, dude, you just won. You just swept the Nationals, and I'm like, the Nationals. The Nationals. You swept the Nationals. Like that doesn't give me confidence. The Nationals. You're supposed to treat the Nationals.
Yo, there are 500 teams. Let's relax.
Like, I need to see the Yankees. And listen, it wouldn't tell me anything if this happened, but I would be ecstatic if we swept the Dodgers this week. You know, that would be an awesome. If I didn't have to watch the game on Sunday because I already knew that we were cooking them, I'm all over that.
I mean, we could have. I mean, you should be able to. If we can without Murakami, you should be able to.
Right.
And realistically, you're 100% right. And so assuming and hoping that this All-Star break was what the Yanks needed, then I think we're right there, and I'm ready for it.
Now you want to talk about Ben Rice's home run derby performance or no?
No.
You want to talk about that? Like,
sure, why not? I'm not against it.
Were you embarrassed by it, or is it just whatever?
No, like I could care less about that. That's not like
okay.
So,
but remember, I did call it. I called it early. I was like, Ben
Yeah,
Rice
you
and
did.
Yock are not going to do shit. We didn't do shit.
Would there be any reason that you would believe going into it? You're like, oh, Ben Rice might win this. You know,
No.
like
No.
no, like I'm glad he had the nuts to go do it. You know,
Right.
that's cool.
And it was cool that he did it with his dad. So
Yeah, you know, and so like I like that side of it.
now on the other
honestly-
side, he didn't embarrass himself like Jazz did last year. I don't know what the
No,
fuck he's
no.
doing.
No, and you know, I don't think anybody embarrassed themselves this year. Which was good. But really, like for me, the biggest thing that I took away from this, and I could be overreading this completely. The biggest thing I got from the home run derby was how cool, calm, and collected Jordan Walker looked when it got down to clutch time and he had to hit, 5-6 home runs in a row, and he knew some of those pink balls were going to be coming. He just looked like he was just boom, just knocking them. Like he didn't think anything
But
of it.
I'm going to give you a hot take on this because I've looked at this a few ways and it doesn't matter either way, but it'd be a hot take for sure. You know how they had the pink balls, right? The pink balls were on the last out, right?
Those balls were not like flying.
Were what?
Those balls, not a lot of them went out for home runs.
No,
besides
they
Walker.
didn't. Yeah, no, that's the thing though. Walker wasn't hitting pink balls at the end. He was hitting white.
Oh, he wasn't. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. So they were taught. I heard it from King of JUCO. That's who I got the reference from. But he was talking about. He goes. He was supposed to throw the pink balls, and he didn't. He was like,
Oh,
they don't know if they all did or they all didn't. Like we
okay,
don't
that's
know
interesting.
because they said that the pink balls. I think they did something to them so they would hit more
Yeah, I
home
was
runs.
seeing like none of those were hit for home runs.
I
Like
know
what?
because they had a softer spot. The pink was
Mm,
softer. They thought it would elevate the balls.
why would they use
All
different
I
ones?
know is they were two-tone balls.
Okay,
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck
Why
are you
would you not
thinking?
just
Like,
stay with the same baseball? What?
No,
it
they
just,
were a
you know,
little bit like they were a little
I
bit
don't know
more
why they do
attitude.
that to the batters. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
that makes no
like,
sense.
why do you got to throw a whole little tricky element into it like that? You know, like, it's hard enough. The guy's trying to hit the ball 400 something feet. Like, just let him get the hit. Like,
But
I don't know.
I'll add to this quickly on this when why I think there was a few people I've been asked since then about like Murakami's swing because they think he was like aiming up, and then you have Jordan Walker who just line driving them out. He
Yeah.
wasn't trying to crush them; he was just line
No.
driving them. So I mean, like, in your guys' opinion, like, what matters? Swinging up, swinging down? Like, what do you think
Line
causes
drives, exactly what Jordan Walker did. That's what matters. It doesn't matter how far you hit them, you just hit them out.
Get it out the park.
Yeah.
Whatever works, for you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, Murakami likes hitting the moon shots, do your thing.
Yeah.
If that's what but like I think that so if you look at it, some of that is going to be intentional, right? Some of them are going to be intentional with like hitting the ball a certain way, but then you also have guys who just like naturally, like when they get after home runs, like they hit more of a moonshot, or this guy hits more of a line drop. It's going to vary.
Now, one thing I'll add with the Derby was anyone disappointed by how Caminero performed because he was a heavy favorite.
I think that got to him by
He was
round
picked
two.
a lot to win it.
I think it got to him by round two. It was
like
he rolled it high, hit a lot, and I think and the other one, I don't know if anybody noticed it. Did you notice how he got screwed out of the home run at the end?
Did he? Oh, that one
Yeah.
that was
They got called foul, but it was fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really see if it was fair or foul, honestly.
Oh no, I've watched the highlight. It was fair.
It was fair.
It went inside. Yeah. It went inside. That's why he was like
he had more swings. Oh boy.
Yeah, he had more swings.
You know what happened for me, honestly? Like, it just ended on such a perfect high note. The Schwarber, Walker, back to like it ended so good that like I didn't remember anything bad.
Exactly.
No.
Anything that wasn't perfect about it, I'd forgotten already.
It was more or less like I've seen the highlights about it, the after effects, so I've seen more highlights of it.
But no, I think like here's one thing I will say for all of like the big sports leagues, right? The major four North American sports leagues. I think that it's been a really good concerted effort from most of them, not the NFL. The NFL All-Star thing, Pro Bowl, all that is still trash. Like
that's not
NHL. NHL has gotten way better. The NBA is moving towards a watchable product. The MLB was awesome. Like there's no other way to say it. That was just so good. Like, and so I think that's exciting for me because there was a nice chunk of time, like for like say like Showtime's like a little bit younger. Like half of his life, every All-Star game available or more than half his life were absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why I say
young,
like this is the most
there was a
engaged
point,
I've been. Yeah.
Like back in the 90s, like, and I don't want to get all on the nostalgia nonsense, but Cove knows very simply, All-Star games used to be a big thing, and players used to show up for them, and they used to go hard.
Well, I'll ask you, just because we're the two oldest ones, what were your two favorite, other than this one, your two favorite home run derbies in your life?
Well, my favorite home run derby besides this, like when you say that, the only one I think of is Ken Griffey. What was that, 98?
That are you talking about? You're talking about Baltimore, right?
Is that where it was?
When he hit the warehouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, backwards cap. Yeah, that was Baltimore. Yeah, I was going to bring that one up too.
That's the only. That's the only one people our age remember.
Oh, McGuire. I gave you this one. You might not remember, but McGuire over the wall on the Green Monster hit the Coke bottle. That one. That
You
year.
know, when they show the official numbers for longest home runs, they don't list that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mhm.
Have you guys seen that, Caleb or Showtime? McGuire hitting the Coke bottle on
No,
top of the
no,
Green
I
Monster.
didn't see that.
Yeah,
Nope.
you have to go watch that. That home run derby is pretty good. Like it has
Yeah.
David Ortiz. It's got a few good big. I think Sosa and McGuire are in that one, but McGuire hit the Coke bottle on top of the Green Monster. Like, what the hell? You're not gonna say that guy juiced. No one's ever been there. Like no one's ever hit there, and
Yeah.
McGuire's the only one to do that. I'll give you another one before we move on to the next subject. But do you know that only one person has ever hit it in San Diego Park up on the warehouse on the left hand side? Only like one person's ever got on that roof.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, only one guy's ever done it. It's like 430 feet, I think it is, to get it up there. But the elevation is retarded though to get it up there, and it's right in that pocket corner of left.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like the warehouse. Hitting the warehouse is hard in Baltimore.
Somebody replied to something. It was something about home runs, and I was like, you know what, the longest home run I remember, and I just very quickly mentioned the Cecil Fielder one that we talk about.
Yeah.
And the person immediately replied back and just described the game exactly how I was talking about. I was like, they know about the home run. Like, I'm telling you, because I just remember when it happened. Like on air, they were like, "Wow, that was the longest home run anybody's ever seen in their life." Like,
yeah.
like it was nothing about it.
The only one that I could say for you guys that are younger is the Shohei going through the dome shot. Like that's the closest thing to it.
Oh yeah, Shohei. Yep.
I don't even
Shohei's
remember
so cool,
that.
man.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Why is Shohei so cool?
He hit it right out of Tokyo Dome. Like no one knows where.
Oh,
yeah, that
okay,
one.
Now I know what you mean.
Yeah, that one. The amazing the ability to get it up there. I don't give a shit about where he hit it. To get it up that high,
Yeah, out of the
elevation is insane.
Well, that's like a pop fly that kept going.
But to have the juice on it too, though, like Jesus.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. All right, so
yo, one last thing about the Derby. What do you guys think of the Philly fans, the booing and etc.?
Well, they were
intrigued to it, but
it's
like
Philly fans. No one's gonna give
I
a
know.
shit.
I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on that.
They're the most passionate.
Philly fans are Philly fans, yes. And then the other part about it is that once you got to the point where Schwarber becomes, a finalist, then whoever else is there is going to get booed.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Schwarber, if it was just two people and it wasn't a Philly, then it might have been way more relaxed.
As dramatic.
And the way to walk off, Schwarber like that too. It's a little salt in the wounds, right?
It was so honestly, that was so awesome.
No, it was funny to me when everyone was getting booed. I'm like, are you serious?
It's just if I can get it done, if I can find the time to do it, I want to get Schwarber's face on a T-shirt. His reaction, I want to get that on a T-shirt. It's amazing. It's a great shot.
They're
so lost.
So Walker is having quite a season for himself, huh? He's batting something like 290, 295 right now.
Yeah, he grabbed a bag. He grabbed a mill. He's in a good mood. I mean, was that last year we were talking about the Cardinals being a sneaky team? They're a sneaky team.
Well, they're definitely a wild card race team at the moment. And he's definitely leading the way. I mean, he's playing great baseball.
Yeah. I mean, so are the Cardinals, though. That's what I'm saying, too.
Yeah. Well, as a team, they're playing good baseball. And, I think that, it's – I was listening to a Cardinals fan on the radio speaking about how that home run derby was like validation for a lot of them because a lot of them because he kind of had a little bit of a rough path getting to where he is now. And people kind of stuck by him and and now they're starting to see him really breaking out. So it's awesome. I love hearing a story like that.
Okay, I didn't really pay attention to standings lately, but do you know that the NL Central has more 50 win teams than all of AL does?
Say that again.
The NL Central has the same amount of 50 win teams as the AL has in the entire AL.
What the?
Yeah.
So that whole
And-
division would be in the playoffs.
So
Right.
Pittsburgh, St. Louis have 50 wins. The Cubs have 54 wins, and the Brewers have 59 wins. They have 4 50-win teams in one division, and there's only 4 in the AL that have 50 wins. You have Tampa, you have New York, you have the White Sox, and you have the Guardians. That's it.
I would take.
And they still, and your Marlins are on top of that because they have
Oh,
8
yeah.
50-win teams
Yep.
versus 4.
Yankees,
in the AL.
Rays, White Sox, Guardians.
Yeah.
I would take all 4 of those teams over every team in the NL Central.
I mean,
Right now.
unfortunately for Showtime, he has to chase the Phillies and the Braves right now.
Yeah, and as of right now, we would play the Braves in Atlanta, so I don't like our chances with that.
I
Well,
mean,
I think you guys have chances in
it's going to
Philly.
be us and the Guardians. I feel your pain. It's going to be like New York Sport asked me about that. He goes, "How do you feel?" I go, "I feel like it's going to be a second place wild card for the White Sox because it's going to be like this all year with the Guardians." It's going to.
Let me ask you the question now, Showtime. Since you said if you guys met today, it would be, or if you guys made it today, you guys would be facing off against the Braves. Now the
Yep.
Braves have looked very rocky in recent
Mhm.
weeks. Pitching has definitely been an issue.
Yeah.
Pitching is the main issue.
Yeah. So now let me ask, like, as a Marlins fan, what do you expect to see them do before
If they
the
win a
deadline?
playoff game, I'm happy. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that, dude.
No, but okay. So I guess here's what I'm saying. Do you think, like, looking at the Braves as your competition right now, what do you think they're gonna do? Like,
Their season
they're
can either
floundering
keep
with their
on
pitching at the moment.
their season can either keep on going the way it has recently, just being shaky, or they can turn it around a bit. I mean, I expect their offense to get better when Acuna comes back, because that takes pressure off of other guys. And I feel like, before Drake Baldwin got hurt, he was really good. Now he's kind of struggling, either, having too much pressure, I would say, maybe. So that takes pressure off of him. He probably gets back to his normal ways. Their lineup starts producing more. Now it depends on how injured pitchers come back and perform. That's really going to, define their ceiling, I would say.
So just really quick, just to answer the question, he thought we were talking about. So no, we're not saying. We're saying that if they went to the playoffs today, that the Marlins and the Braves would match up against each other, right? So this guy thought we were talking about that we were saying that they're going to play next. So you guys have them in a series in a couple of weeks, but you will see them fairly soon again.
Yeah.
So all right, well, what else we got going on sports wise? I know we didn't really jump too far in. We got some questions, I'm sure, right?
Oh yeah, I got tons. But
I got tons.
But just to add to that one quick, and I think it's fair because like the White Sox have one less win, so really I'm considering them a second place team, right, in that division. Guess what? It's like that would put us against you, Vinny.
Wow.
I mean the White Sox and Yankees is a reality. Like that's how it could end up for first round.
Listen, if we met today, I would be very nervous as a Yankees fan that we would lose that series. So, like, for me, what matters right now is what we do in the back half of this season. Like, can we get ourselves back to playoff form? Because, like, this Yankees team right now isn't ready for a playoff series. We will lose a playoff series to most teams.
Yeah. But if you went by the stats today, yes, officially you guys be playing the Guardians, though. So,
I don't want to sound like, for some reason, and like maybe this is just me being a Yankees fan, which is probably true. But like when somebody like growing up, you can understand this more. But it's like when I hear the Guardians, like growing up, like if somebody was like, "Oh, you're gonna have to play the Indians." Oh yeah,
Yeah.
terrific. All right,
Yeah.
we'll see you then. Nobody cares. Like the
I
Guardians.
mean, that's true. I mean, it's true.
What do you mean, the Guardians?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
it's
supposed to care about that team. Like they're good. Don't get me wrong, but like they do the same thing every year, man.
Mhm.
You know, they do the same thing every year. So not and listen, the Yankees have been doing the same thing every year for about the last 10 years too. So, but whatever. All right.
Oh
so,
yes, but so I have questions. They're all like one-off questions for just certain players, so they're really easy
Okay.
to answer quick. But Vinny, if you didn't notice tonight, I got the good old Dodgers T-shirt on.
No, isn't it, like, guys, like it's literally it's crazy, right? So for those of you who don't know, I'm a Yankees fan, and the Yankees are playing the Dodgers this week. Now, Cove, as he has expressed vehemently on this show today, is a White Sox fan, but he's still wearing a Dodgers shirt just because they're playing.
Just
my
for the
team.
space.
Like,
I
bro,
pull it out of nowheres. The whole show, I'm like, I knew the angle, and I'm like, yeah. By the way, yeah, there you go. There's Dodgers.
like, what is this, man? Why are you coming at me all the time? You know?
Hey, I might get Showtime in the playoffs. You know, I could
Oh
get
my-
Caleb in the playoffs. I could get the Mariners. I could. So for NBA, I got 8 players for you. So LeBron is obviously going to be a quick talk about. But if this is truly LeBron's final chapter, what would be the perfect ending to his career? A championship, playing with family, or one more MVP season?
Definitely not playing with
Championship.
family.
Championship, I would say.
Championship, definitely.
Yeah,
But
but he's
when-
not gonna. He's not gonna ring chase.
But
I would say.
I'm saying I'll give you Cleveland being family, like because he was that they brought him in, blah blah blah, like that aspect of family.
Where do you think he's going to end up? Showtime.
I'm gonna keep
What do
my
you
mouth
think,
shut.
buddy?
I'm not saying anything for now because we
Oh,
know
yeah,
we
yeah,
know we,
yeah,
we
get-
know
get-
who the rumored teams are. So I'm gonna shut my mouth on this.
I thought he was going to
Showtime-
shut his mouth
Showtime
because
knows where
you
he's
know the
going.
rumors like
I'm
when
not
we announce
saying
it on this
anything.
show. When we announce it on this show, it happens. One of us gets right.
No, that's exactly why I'm shutting my mouth. I'm not saying anything.
I feel like he's getting ready to take his talents back to Miami, back
Yeah.
to South Beach.
Either that or
That's
going
how I
State.
I know there's Miami and Golden State in there. I'm happy regardless.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave it at that.
It would be
I'm going to
really
stick with Cleveland.
cool.
I'm gonna just put it as I'll stick with Cleveland.
It would be like I think it would be cool if this is here's my thing. LeBron played dominant basketball last season.
Yep.
Yeah.
LeBron
Definitely.
won a playoff series last season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. If LeBron went to whatever the fuck team for a year right now, I have no reason to believe that he might not do a farewell tour of the year after that.
Yeah.
Like this might not
Didn't
even
didn't he already say that he was doing a farewell tour this year though?
That's
Did
it.
he?
Yep.
Like is that not a foregone conclusion? Like or is it
Yeah,
just
I
not
think he
official
did.
yet?
Yep.
I think first once he releases his team, then he'll probably reiterate it. That's farewell
Right.
season. We know LeBron will talk about it, so
Like,
it's
if it's definitely a farewell thing, then I think that the Cleveland thing would be like
it's going to be
the
a
right
movie on Disney on Christmas
ending,
Day.
you know?
It's a farewell
Because like
tour.
he really doesn't have a basketball home at the moment, it doesn't feel like. But
I mean, he has his house in LA. He's gonna keep that house in LA.
well,
Yep.
no,
Yeah, but-
literally, like no. But when I say his basketball home, I mean
Oh
like
no, yeah. I
you
get
know,
that.
like Steph Curry knows where his statue is going to be.
yeah.
Yep.
You know, where is LeBron's statue going to be?
It's
Probably in
there's-
Miami and LA.
No, I would say Cleveland before LA. I would say.
Okay.
And if he finishes his career there, it'll just make it way easier. They could
Mhm.
literally finish the season unveiling his statue.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah,
it's just
definitely.
its storyline writes itself, you know.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, that's the
Now,
weird
one
one for this
now
one,
one thing
though,
I would
but-
say about these last few teams that are in rumors, I don't think if LeBron goes back to Cleveland, like he wants to win. Like
Yeah, definitely want to win.
I
he
don't
wants
feel
to
like
win,
they're a
though.
contender right
Exactly. They're not a contender with him.
They're not contenders. Yep.
now.
Mm-mm.
Listen, 76ers
Oh my
That
God.
makes
seems out
a
of the
lot of sense.
that seems out of the picture. It does.
But it's just weird because like I feel like he's gonna go to a team he's played with.
Yeah.
Like the only new team like in
It's
my
Golden
brain
State. It's Golden
would
State.
be Golden State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Golden
that's
State,
only
yep.
because Steph Curry. That's only
Mhm.
because of that.
Yep.
I don't know. Like I've heard people talking about the T-Wolves. I've heard people talking
T-Wolves?
about
It's straight
Jokic
nonsense
and the
teams.
Nuggets.
It's nonsense teams.
Nonsense.
Okay, that's
But
good.
hey,
So, I was gonna make a joke that like you guys don't see that being reality. Like on Disney in 6 months, we're gonna see the LeBron farewell tour. We're not gonna see that in 6 months. They're gonna follow it. They're gonna follow him, and then they're gonna release like the back 6 months, and then it's gonna be live every week with LeBron on Disney. It's gonna happen. Cooper Flag. I have it written down as a realistic rookie stat line, but it says is sophomore year, right?
yeah. Yeah.
So, what's a realistic stat line for Cooper Flag next year?
Remind me what was his stat line last year, just to get like a base.
A base on it? I don't know. I thought.
Hold
like,
on, I'm
one
pulling
of
it
you
up
guys
right
maybe
now.
got that.
Give me
What
a
was
second.
it? That I don't remember.
Is he like a 25-3 guy? Like, what is he?
I would say he's like a 20 and yeah. Like a 20-ish point per game scorer, 25.
21 points.
I wouldn't say 30.
21 points.
Yeah.
6.7 rebounds, 4.5 rebound or 4.5 assists. That
I
was
just
what he
guessed that
did his
shit.
rookie year.
That was the weirdest guess in the world. I didn't even know what Cooper Flag's stats were. I was like,
Yeah, I would
You were
say he
pretty
averages
accurate.
around. I would say he averages around 23, a few assists and boards.
yeah. So I guess my 25-3 is a realistic number. I guess.
Yeah, it is.
First time ever.
Definitely. Yep.
I would like to see him get his rebounds up like closer to like that 10 number, like between 8 and 10.
Yeah, but I'm more
Um,
asking about like an average at the end. He's probably gonna get 10 nights. Like he probably could get realistically a 10 night, a 20-10.
No, he'll have a
25.
10 night, but like so his average right
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
is 6.7. I would like to see his average fall between somewhere like 8 and 10, like 8.6.
But that's a
8.7
huge jump, though. That's
you know?
a huge. 2 years, maybe he could get the 10 average, but I don't think.
I
you're
would
gonna get
say
a
he
5-point
averages
average
around
in
6.
1 year.
I'm not even gonna say this to be cringe. It sounds cringe, but it's not. I think he averages around 6 or 7 rebounds.
That's what he
I think
averages
gives
right
him
now.
2-3 years before he's
Oh.
getting up to 10s.
I mean, listen, if he's gonna be what I think he's gonna be, then then what you should expect to see go up the most for him is his assists.
Yeah,
Realistically.
yeah,
Because he's realistically like he's more of a LeBron than a Kobe. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like
Yeah.
he's not looking to attack the board and to attack shot. He's going to be more of a facilitator and a scorer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, that's how I feel about it.
yeah.
So
Um,
DeBansta, is he showing up that he's been the number 1 draft pick? Like just the number 1 draft
So
pick?
far, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
talent wise, upside wise, I think so for sure.
Does
How's
it
he
go
been
over?
doing in summer league?
Apparently he's been good.
he's been the most impressive rookie.
I know Darren Peterson's been all right too.
Yeah.
It feels like the top like 4 or 5 guys are exactly like what they're supposed to be. It seems like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you know, which is good. Rookie of the year. I'm gonna say this out loud now. Darren Peterson is gonna beat Devanza for rookie of the year.
I'm gonna say Cam
Okay,
Boozer wins
Boozer.
rookie of the year. I'm gonna say
Cam
Boozer. wins
Boozer, that's a
rookie of
good
the year.
one.
I'm gonna say Boozer.
Yep.
I watched very little of him, but when I watched him in big games, that's not what I want to see from that kid, right?
No, I get what you mean. I just
Yeah.
think Boozer has the most opportunity.
Regular
Mhm.
season, yeah, I'd be good, a good top.
Yeah,
Rookie of the year.
yeah.
But like I said, I just big games though, when they're meaningful games, like is he gonna still show up though?
Right. I mean,
Or
will
is
they
there-
be in the playoffs this year? So who matter? Like, why does it matter?
No, but these games could be getting him into a playoff spot, kind of big.
Oh no, I
matters.
get what you
Yeah.
mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yep.
John Morant.
Um,
Does he
oh,
become a top 10 again, or has the league passed on him being a top 10?
it's not impossible.
It's weird fit. That's one thing I'll say. It's a weird fit in Portland.
no way, Fat. Yeah.
That's what I think it's going to be about. It seems
Yeah.
like so far from all of the press around him, it looks like
Yeah,
he
really,
is
but-
leaning into the off-court stuff, of being like a better guy and like being in the
Yeah.
outdoors and like why he's going to be good in Portland and do well there as a person. And if that can bleed onto the court and he can kind of get in with those guys, I don't know that he'll be top 10 this year, but I think that we'll see him return to form. I'll say that.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Also, another thing is how healthy will he be? Because he's always been injured throughout his career.
Yeah, he does get hurt a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, you got hurt a lot. Yep.
So for the last guy in the NBA though, Jokic. Is Jokic quietly becoming one of the 5 greatest players in history, or does he still need a championship?
I mean, he has a
Mm.
championship.
Yeah, I think
But does
championship.
he need more championships?
Don't think he wins another one. That's a thing.
If he wins another one,
But is he becoming one of the great 5s, or is this is
I think
overplayed?
he'll be a top 5 by the end of his career for sure.
Okay.
yeah, top 5 for the end of career. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
top
sure.
5
I mean,
center for sure. Yeah,
Top
So he
5.
doesn't
I would think. I would. Bold
That's what I'm
take or
saying.
not, I think he will.
mhm.
to get him in the top 5. Does he need more rings? Like,
I
Just
mean-
by stats alone, you would think so, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, you look like everybody's top 5 has mostly same people, right? And they all have 5+. Do they not? Championships.
I mean, like I'm thinking
Is it
about
5
who's in the
players?
top 5. Like, who is he going to surpass?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Like,
Going
he
for
don't-
Pat,
he
yeah.
don't-
I mean, but is-
He's going
We
to
all,
finish.
I mean, like
think he'll
we all
finish
have
as a top
Kobe,
5
and we all
center.
have Jordan. They
Right.
both have 5 at least, right? And your 3 other are guaranteed to have 5+ championships. Probably.
Like Tim Duncan's immovable. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
No, definitely.
Yeah,
I
but
just
I
don't-
have
you bring
I
up-
don't
you bring
have
up-
Duncan. I don't have Duncan in my top 5 though. That's the thing. I don't have Duncan in my
yeah,
top
you're
5.
wild for that.
What?
He's right at 6 though. He's right at 6.
Okay, that's interesting.
I got
Um,
Bird. I got Johnson. I got Kareem. I got too much more choices over.
No, I said
Duncan.
top 5 center, not top 5 player. I said top 5 center.
I
Okay.
didn't say. No. I didn't say.
a top 5 center all time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about just top 5 players.
Oh, okay.
He can't. No way he's going to be a top 5 player. No,
No.
Okay.
No.
That's what I was talking about.
no. If he breaks the top 20 all time, I'll be happy for him.
But that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying about Duncan. Duncan's in top 5 in the centers, yeah. But
No,
I'm talking
Duncan's
about,
a top 5 player all time.
not to me though. He's a 6.
What?
Yeah, I have him at 6. Got too
And-
many
and
choices
that's
of him.
fine because you want to put Larry Bird in there, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I respect
Yeah,
that.
I put Bird in there, so
And I respect that. But like, that you really can't put like it's not even like a Vinny likes Tim Duncan thing. Just like from like a basketball perspective, to move him
Yeah.
further down the list, it actually sounds ridiculous.
yeah. But who are your other 2 other than Jordan, Kobe, and Duncan? Like who are your other 2?
Okay.
In your top 5.
So we're going down this conversation, huh? All right. So I am comfortable with the conversation now that LeBron James is a top 3 player in basketball history.
Yes,
Mhm.
period. I would say.
Okay, I'm comfortable with that. I'm also comfortable with the fact that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a top 3 basketball player of all time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yep.
Okay, that is my top 3.
Yeah.
So you're leaving
Him-
Kobe out of the top 3. So what? You have him at 4?
You know what? For me, for my top 5, it's really those 3, Kobe and Tim Duncan.
Okay.
That's my
I agree with
that's
that.
my personal, but a
Yeah.
lot of people don't have Kobe in their top 10 at all.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Mhm.
Mm.
I don't know. I watched him play basketball, and it was a phenomenal thing. So
Yeah, I have LeBron at 7, so it's like
What, Braun? What?
7.
Out of the top 5. Okay.
Yeah, remember Duncan's in 6, so I have Duncan over but LeBron.
you guys got to remember, he's Canadian.
Oh yes, because I have Duncan and Bird. Like,
Bro, what? Oh my God. No, but listen. Somebody, a guy who's a really big basketball fan. We were talking about this at the gym the other day, and he was like, "Here's the problem." He's like, everybody actually always tries to compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan. But if you actually watch him play basketball, he is like the 2000 or the 21st century version of Magic Johnson.
mhm.
And like when you look at him as that guy and not as Jordan, like it for me, it elevates what I look at him as.
Mhm.
Because because Jordan and Kobe, I'm looking at as like the dagger, that clutch gene, like end it, my guy Brunson type thing.
Yeah.
But Magic is not like Magic is the great facilitator.
Mhm. Yep.
Period. You know what I mean? But he makes everyone on the court better. When Magic is on the court and running the show, everyone on the team is better.
Yep.
That is when I start to conceptualize LeBron instead of as Jordan, as who Magic is, as a facilitator and guy who just makes everyone else better, then I look at LeBron different and I understand his value at a greater level. And that's how I arrived at him being in my top 5.
Mhm.
And so listen, here's actually the issue with the top 5 thing for me, right? Because like I want to put Kobe there, but you just heard what I said, Magic Johnson. How do you
Yep.
not have Magic Johnson in the top 5?
No.
Like, this is like the most impossible conversation ever. There's somebody
Yep.
listening to us right now, and they're saying, this guy Vinny's an idiot. Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell are 1 and 2. Michael Jordan is number 3. You know what I mean? Like, this is just it's an impossible conversation.
It is.
You know?
It is.
Yep.
And I always give my
Now here's
but
the
I
thing.
did. But Vinny, I did say Magic, and I told you from the start. I said
Magic
Magic and Bird are in my top 5. Like,
Right.
And I'm saying, like, for me, like, and Magic is like, to call Magic anything than like a top 3 player ever is borderline blasphemy too. So like me, you know what I mean? And this is where the whole Kobe thing becomes very tough
mhm.
because like
Mhm.
people, it's like, well, where do I put this guy? Right? Like when I've got all these guys, where do I stick him? Right? And literally we're like all 4 of us, and this is just because like the oldest of us is only in his early 40s, right?
Mhm.
We're completely leaving out Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain out of the top 5. Like,
But
know what I
that's
mean? Like,
justified.
literally-
I only leave them out.
That's
because
justified.
They were well before my time. Like, it's just well before my time.
I will accept somebody telling me that Bill Russell is the best defender of all time. I will accept that because defense is defense is defense. And you can play that, you know what I mean, in any era. But when people tell me about his 11 championships, I'm going to tell you what I tell these folks. Okay?
Yeah.
He played against janitors.
No, it's not even that. Listen, it goes beyond that. The first championship that they won, there were only 8 teams in the league.
Yeah.
The last
That's
championship
exactly the point.
the last championship they won, of those 11 championships, there were only 14 teams in the league. There was no competition.
Again, to the
No
point.
competition.
Competitors.
Well, what I would add to that though is how many games over those championships did he play, and how would it equate to today's standards in the 82 playoffs, right? And the playoffs, right?
I mean, listen, I think the guy played every freaking game, every freaking minute. He coached them. He played. He was like the cheerleader. The guy did everything. He's so, Bill Russell was like, I listen, and I think that is what makes him so prolific, is that he was a tremendous coach. He wasn't just a champion; he was an 11-time champion, which is just a ridiculous number, no matter how you spin it, right?
But it's the same. It's the same as Babe Ruth, though. Now we don't really talk about him because Shohei's taken over.
Well, okay. So now here's the tricky thing, in the modern day conversation that I've been getting, I have people say this, right? Well, you can't count people before this year because baseball wasn't integrated yet. Babe Ruth wasn't playing against all the competition. They were only throwing balls up to 76, 77 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
There's a million things. People try and write recency bias, right? That's what they call it, right? People write these things off and whatever else.
What I was saying is we don't really talk about Ruth anymore. We really just talk about Shohei. It's like we've erased him. We know him in history, but we still erased him in ways.
Well, recency bias, right? So you can't tell somebody who's in their 40s that some guy who played baseball 100 years ago is better or more, especially when they show him and he's borderline fat, drinking a beer and has a cigar hanging out of his mouth. You can't tell them, no, this guy is a better athlete than, and just like name some stud from today. Because like we know what sports science and sports medicine is today, and we're like, no way.
I'll make the joke now. When I was in my between ages of 5 and 15, the chunkiest kid always bombed home runs.
Yeah, it was the Cecil Fielder effect.
Yeah, if you're a little thick boy, you can park it. That's how it was.
That's an absolute fact. I listen. Pickup baseball was my thing for like my whole life. I used to love, like we had so many baseball parks. We had different groups of kids. We had parks like this is like Hickey Field was me and my boys. That's what we called our home field.
Did you do the true New York stick and ball?
We did stick ball too, but so look I'm from New York City. My family moved out to Long Island. So once I was on Long Island, then a little bit different. You got fields and you got grass everywhere, so like it's just a lot more, so you went from stickball to baseball.
Yeah.
But there's baseball in the city too. It's just not quite as accessible. Like once I was on Long Island, literally, right, in the same, like kids that went to the same school, right? There were 5 different baseball fields. Right, those kids played at that one. These kids played at you know what I mean? We just called that our home field. Like, it wasn't our home field. It was just the baseball park that was closest that we could ride our bikes to. So a little different. But so listen, I think kind of like the interesting thing for me though, with like just like that whole conversation around like kind of like writing off like greats. And we have this listen, we post stuff online. These conversations happen all the time. I make posts all the time. I posted a top 25 baseball players. It was according to ESPN. Go look at the thread on that right now. There are people arguing about Barry Bonds and Babe Ruth right now. I think it's important that we have like you've got to be able to at least like. It doesn't matter. Like people, like the newer generations could be like, that guy sucks, whatever. As long as they know about it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like as long as they're present and have the argument, and like they've heard about it, and they bicker, like cool. They might not agree with us, or they might not agree with the folks older than us, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
One thing I'll say about top player debates is everyone's gonna have different lists. Now, when it gets to being ridiculous, is when you don't have anything to back it up. Like it's
No,
just
no,
based off
nothing
when it's
backing up.
based off
Yep.
of bias. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'll even give you a worse one that would you never would. I don't think any of us would have a top five of the same in this similarity. Top
No.
five of any sport.
No,
Mm-hmm. No.
no one does. No one does.
Yeah, there's just no way.
That doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's a rarity. Is there someone in this world that has a doppelganger that has the exact same top five greatest athletes?
Mm-hmm.
If you do, it's a miracle, pretty much.
No, listen. Go post. Go. Make one. You could go on Google. You could look up one by USA Today, one by ESPN.
Mhm.
You could have
Mhm.
ChatGPT make one. Grok make one.
Yeah,
Just go make it top 25.
Exactly.
Right?
But here's
Take
my only thing
whichever
about
one, right? But look, Cole, do this. Have them make it for any sport you choose.
yeah.
Like right, center field, top 25 center fielders all time.
Yeah.
Stick the
I can do
MLB
it too.
logo on it, and then throw it on X and start a
Yeah.
conversation. We'll all repost it and just see watch how people go off on this shit.
Oh,
We're
I
crazy
know.
about
I know.
Oh.
I mean, did you not see the other day? My fucking Hasek one is already at 100,000.
That's what people lose it. People lose it. It's funny. You know, they're good but they're fun conversations. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
listen, I spend like if I'm like I'm sitting like at an appointment, I was sitting in a waiting room yesterday, and I'm like this, earbud in. I'm like, let me jump on X. Let's see what these people are saying. And I just jump into the threads and just start talking mess to everybody. I love it. You know? It's a lot of fun.
I mean,
It's like
you're-
this, but I'm typing it instead of saying it. That's all.
the one on that tweet that's going right now, Vinny. Bernie Parent was a huge person that everybody was saying they'd rather have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very rare to hear Bernie Parent's name being tossed out like that in the top
And
four.
that's what I'm saying. Like you saw my reaction. I said, yeah.
Like I gave you Hasek, Broder, and Waugh, if they weren't available, and so and a ton of people have been saying like I have like only like 700 comments, but like I'd say more than half of them are Bernie Parent.
You know, listen, man, and you get that.
I would take Brandon
was-
Fuhrer. Like if I had another one, I'd take Fuhrer. Like
I was listening to the radio, like maybe like a couple of weeks ago. I was driving. Me and my wife were driving somewhere, and the guy was like, "You know what? Like, listen." He's like, "Doesn't matter. Like, guys just love to debate about sports, old sports, new sports." He's like, "Pick a position. Doesn't matter." He's like, "They'll talk about it all day." He's like, "Trust me, I know. I do this. I'm a guy." And when he said, my wife looked at me and she was like, "Honey, this is like all you do." And I was like, "What?" Like. I'm like, why? I'm like, honey, you're listening to some random person on the radio say right now, this is what all guys do. This isn't just me.
yeah.
Like, this is normal.
So trust me, Jade asks me all the time. She's because she's coming back this weekend, and then she's like, "Oh God, I gotta deal with those guys on Wednesday and Thursday nights." I'm like, "Yeah."
Listen, man. So real quick, right? I know it's almost that time of night. Tomorrow and Friday. So tomorrow is there. Do you have a live going on tomorrow?
Possible.
Okay, so not sure yet. So guys, check Poe's page, check my page, check everybody's page on X, obviously. And you'll be able to see if or not Cove is going to have a live going tomorrow evening, same time as this, 6 p. PST, 9 p. EST. Friday space.
For sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Friday, we're definitely going to have a space going on.
Like around
on X.
noonish.
I don't know what
You
we're
might
gonna
have
be
to
talking about yet.
host. I might be working, or traveling. So
Well,
have to-
don't
one
worry.
of you
You
guys
can
want
use
to
your butt
host.
in your phone. You can do it anywhere.
Exactly.
I mean,
No
I can do it on the
problem.
road, but if I'm on the road, I might lose it. So I don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
Don't worry. As long as you get us set up as hosts, whatever,
Exactly.
you know.
Let's
If I
set up
don't-
a
if I-
post.
Right.
One of you has to run the space to be the host.
Yeah.
That's
Regardless
fine.
of-
That's
No,
fine.
if I'm the host and I lose it, then I lose
Yeah.
it. Like if I drop
fine.
it, then yeah.
Mhm.
We'll work out the logistics. So everybody, the point is, we are definitely going to have a space on
Yep.
Friday.
Well, there's the
100%.
thing though. Just hear me out on this one before we go. The thing is we alternate it. We put it on each other's page in our own algorithm, right? So it helps.
Yep.
It helps us grow.
Okay. So I'll
We
set
all
it up.
take turns.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cute.
I'm with it, 100%. So we're gonna have a space tomorrow show, possibly. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. It's Friday, we're 100% gonna do a space.
Yep.
Last week, the
Don't mess
space
up the
was
time like last time. Last time I was thinking we were gonna do it at 1.
it was. Blame Sage. Sage wanted me to do it because he wanted to pump his show into it, right? So it's
all right. So well,
Anyways.
so it could be anywhere between 12 and 1
Yeah.
Eastern time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, that's where we're gonna throw that out there. It was a great show last week. Everybody tuned in. We had a bunch of guys. We had maybe 50, 60 people pop in. A lot of speakers. A lot of sports fans from around the country. So definitely pop in, check us out, and we will have tonight's episode posted on Spotify and up for you guys to listen to on the drive or wherever you are by tomorrow morning. That's all we got tonight on Vinny's Corner.
Okay.
Awesome.
See ya.
Boom.
Awesome.